Hi, Wes Scott from LifeBack Law Firm. Today we're going to talk about LifeBack Law Firm, kindness and helpfulness, inclusion and diversity, and those who try to attack it. I love Steve Jobs' quote, and I heard this, I don't know where I heard it for the first time, but I love Steve Jobs' quote where he said, he was asked about, hey, Steve, do you have any business advice you can give me to create a really successful business? And Job's response was, and I'm reading here, yeah, people say you have a lot of passion for what you're doing. And it's totally true. And the reason is because it's so hard that if you don't, any rational person would give up. It's really hard, and you have to do it over a sustained period of time. So if you don't love it, if you're not having fun doing it, if you don't really love it, you're going to give up. And that's what actually happens to most people. If you really look at the ones that ended up being successful in the eyes of society and the ones who didn't, oftentimes it's the ones that are successful love what they did so they could persevere, when it got really tough. And the ones that didn't love it quit. Because they're sane, right? Who would want to put up with this stuff if you don't love it? I love this. I love this advice by Steve Jobs, whatever it is. And I think he's spot on correct. You have to have a passion for what you're doing. And, for the firm, for LifeBack in 2013, we embarked on a totally new internal culture. We did a 180, and we, for the first time in the firm's history, had a prism by which we could judge everybody's behavior in the firm and by which we were going to act towards our clients and each other. And so nobody could run. You can't hide from this. And that was the purpose of creating it, was, we're going to end all these secret meetings. We're going to end all this gossip. We're going to end all this nonsense that sucked the life out of the firm for the benefit of one person. It was just obnoxious. And so it was a wonderful tool that the firm created, and it gained traction fast. And it turns out that when you treat your employees and your clients with kindness and helpfulness, they respond. Imagine that. They respond. And then in 2021, when we bolstered who we were by embarking on this ambitious diversity program and inclusion program, to further strengthen the firm and who we are in the marketplace and who we are to each other. And we're never going back because it's successful. Numbers don't lie. People lie. Numbers don't lie. And so the firm welcomes any challenge to this cocktail of success, to our culture internally, the glue that binds us together, this humanity that we share. It turns out employees, when they can be who they are, and clients can be who they are, and we're here to serve one another, people respond to this. And people attack that. And they've been doing it since we enacted this new revolutionary, not revolutionary, but I think it is revolutionary because our culture extinguishes self-interest. And that's the problem, right? So if you're a selfish individual, you can't work here. You just can't. And if you're against diversity and inclusion, you cannot work here. It's that simple. It's not negotiable. And some people thought it was negotiable. It's not negotiable. It never will be negotiable. And so you can see the passion therein that lies. And some people, who all of a sudden have an interest in the firm, which I think is wonderful. Like, I'm really thankful that all of a sudden, after years and years, we have people who are all of a sudden worried about the firm. That's a relief. But rest assured, like a mama bear to her cubs, this captain of this ship will steer this ship in only one direction. And regardless of the attacks that the firm receives and the slander that the firm receives and the yelps to take down videos that sting of truth, the truth is sting. Yeah, I get it. It hurts. And people don't like to hear the truth. And I understand that. But that's why there's courts of law, and that's why there's rules of evidence, and that's why there's trials. And the firm looks forward to vindicating the firm and who we are and what we've become and where we're going. And I invite each and every one of you, to, when you look at LifeBack Law Firm, if you yourself want to be treated with human dignity, if you yourself want to be treated with kindness and helpfulness, I will protect you. This firm will protect you. And it's not negotiable. Like a mama bear, we protect our clients, we protect our employees from all kinds of egregious behavior that thankfully is no longer in the firm. And to be honest with you, the sign of our success is our diversity within the firm today is absolutely wonderful, and our culture is the best it's ever been. And I'm very grateful to the entire team who work on this day in and day out, despite being threatened and despite being attacked. They're warriors. They're what Steve Jobs said. They have passion, and we're not going to be intimidated by anything. When the time is right, when you are ready to get your life back, reach out to LifeBack Law Firm. You're going to be so thankful you did.